Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Armuchee High School for the Region 7A-D1 championship game. And like the first one, it's Darlington and Trion, but this time it's boys. And Darlington right now, they're ranked as the number 2 team in the state according to Sandy Spiel. They are 21-4 with most of their losses coming out of state, along with a 2A loss to Eagles Landing Christian Academy. And they are a team with a 26-0 region record in the past 2 years. And across that time, Demarion Floyd, also known as D-Man, is a 2-time Region Player of the Year. And they spread around this scoring, and they are all over the place. They have 4 first-team selections: Grant Hutton, Joe Womack, Jack Bell, McKay Rush, and they even have a few players on the second team that get a lot of minutes. Brent Bell, and they play everybody. They got everything. They got lethal shooting. Their entire starting lineup of seniors. They got a lot of experience playing against these teams. And let's take a look at how they got here. They beat Chattooga 77-41 as the 1 seed to move on to the championship. Jack Bell led them in scoring with 12 points, all coming on 4 made threes. McKay Rush and Joe Womack added 11 apiece, with Joe Womack hitting 3 threes, and Christian Teasley along with Grant Hutton scoring 9 points each. Now let's take a look at the Trion Bulldogs. They are much improved from last year. Last year they went 12-2. This year they are 22-4. with a 10-2 region record. They have 2 first-team selections, Grayson Patty, Josh Cornett, 2 second-team selections, Austin Cornett and Jace Mason, and they have an honorable mention in Caden Hitton. And they have the Coach of the Year in John Cornett, leading this team to their best record in years with a 22-4 record, even better than Darlington's record. But they have 2 region losses, both at Darlington. But you know what they say, Matt, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season.
Absolutely, and when you look at those games, this Trion team, they've got some depth on this team. They had 4 guys in their last game, and that win over Coosa that got into double digits with 12 points. You had Logan Stokes, also Austin Cornett and Caden Hinton with 17 points. The leading scorer in that game with 3 threes and 17 points was Grayson Patty. So 4 guys in double digits, so they can spread the ball around, find offensive production from different places. But to your point about the regular season games, Trion would lose the game to Darlington at Darlington by a final score of 58-49. And in the second try, this was at their place up in Trion, it was only an 8-point game. And let's face it, when you look at the rest of the way, as far as Darlington's concerned, Grayson, there's been no other teams in the region that have been able to get near that close against this Darlington team. So if there's one team in this region that potentially could have an opportunity to knock off this Darlington team here in the championship game, you would definitely, say that would be Trion.
Of course, and I've heard a decent amount of people say they have Trion pulling off this upset.
We'll see what happens. When you look at this Darlington team, you talk about the picture of consistency, and you mentioned about the different guys on this team that can score for this team routinely. When you look at your scorebook after a Darlington game over the past couple of years, you're going to see 9 or 10 guys that get in the scoring. And you mentioned the scoring that took place in their victory over Chattooga. I mean, you had 3 guys in double digits, but you also had 3 guys that were threatening to get into double digits as well, and I think 9 guys scored in that game. So that's one of the things, Grayson, that makes them so dangerous is they can find points just about anywhere on the floor. They got good perimeter shooters. They've got athletic kids that can get inside, challenge you at the rim. They got some guys that with the high-flying action. You mentioned Hutton. He's been known for some monster jams throughout the season. They're an exciting team to see play. So
I saw Grant Hutton one time. I saw a clip. He hit a windmill in a game.
Unreal.
He has unreal athleticism, and as you mentioned, everybody on this team can shoot. They have 11 players on this team. I haven't seen a single game where they haven't played everybody. They will move guys in and guys out like popcorn. They move that ball. They're able to get open looks. Running a defense is so hard against this team because if you run man, they play fast and they're able to break you down. But if you run zone, they get open looks around every other play. It's just very hard to defend this Darlington team. And we saw a team like Model do it, a 1-3-1, and even Model had problems trying to defend this team in terms of three-pointing, and they were able to get the ball inside, and they were even able to challenge. They're able to challenge a lot of the height that the teams that they face. Like Eagles Landing Christian Academy, they're a very tall team, they're a very athletic team. They're able to challenge them and be able to give them problems.
And one of the things I'll tell you I look forward to about this matchup, and one of the areas I think these two teams have a lot in common, is both Coach Nathan West for Darlington and Josh Cornett, the coach of Trion. They want their teams to have that hard-working, blue-collar sort of effort. So you're going to see very, very intense defense. They're going to fight for every possession, every 50-50 ball, all those sorts of things, crashing the glass, trying to get rebounds, and just really fighting for this one. So I think this is going to be a really intense game. It's going to be a lot of fun for the fans.
And I think like in the Darlington Trion girls game that we saw earlier, we're going to see a lot of full-court pressing. Darlington, even in their region games, when they are up almost 50 points on their opponents, they are going to press the life out of you. You don't get any breathing room when you play this Darlington team. They will run a full-court man on you, and they will be able to break you down and stop you from scoring in so many different ways.
Absolutely. Well, are we up against our last break before this game gets started? It's going to be high-flying, fast, frenetic action. I got a feeling we need to take a breather here, Grayson.
Yes,
We're going to be doing a lot of talking and quick.
We might have to save our breath for this one. We will be back here for tip-off. We will take it back to the studio until a break for tip-off. We will see you back here at Northwest Georgia Media, back here in around 3 minutes.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vacked the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
They call it Mow Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mow Day.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable. Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Armuchee High School for the nightcap, the Region 7A-D1 Boys Championship game. Here with Darlington playing host to the Trion Bulldogs, and we are just about 35 seconds underway, and they are playing swag surfing here for the starting lineup introductions. I'm ready. Are you ready, Matt?
I'm ready, man. I hope you had your Wheaties this morning because you're going to need all the energy you can get. It's about to go down here for the Region 7A Division I Boys Championship.
And let's take a look at some of the starters here for Trion. Number 1, Josh Cornett. Then we have number 5, Austin Cornett. And then we have number 10, Caden Hinton, number 12, Jace Mason, and number 30, Grayson Patty. And head coach for the Bulldogs, Mr. John Cornett. And just in a second here, we will have the starters here for the host, Darlington Tigers, and we are looking forward to an amazing game. Both these sides are crowded. I'm looking forward to a feisty, hard, rough game here from both teams.
A lot at stake, as we talked about in the girls' game. This is the region championship game, so there's that. And then also there's the number 1 seed at stake here in the state tournament, which is going to begin next week. And I got to tell you, Grayson, I love the regular season for basketball, but basketball was made for tournament time, and it is here. Man.
Yes, sir, and let's take a look at some of the starters for Darlington. Number 2, Demarion D-Man Floyd, that region player of the year. He is tough to stop. Number 3, the high flyer, Grant Hutton. He can do almost everything. Number 4, Joe Womack. Number 12, Jack Bell. Number 21, McKay Rush. And head coach of the Darlington Tigers, Nathan West. And he has done a fantastic job here with this Darlington team. And we are just here right before tip-off. And you can already feel the energy in here. This has been a long anticipated game here for both teams. This seems like they've been on a collision course ever since they played each other for the first time.
Oh, absolutely, and you got a big crowd on hand, a lot of blue on the other side from where we're sitting behind us. I just turned around, and you got tons of purple here. This is going to be a raucous crowd. They're going to be into it. It's going to be a great atmosphere. It's a very special time of year, and Grayson, it's about go time.
Let's get ready to rumble.
He's bringing it back, folks. It's a throwback here from Grayson Atkins as we get ready to roll here at Armuchee High School.
And it will be Hutton and Patty here at the center line ready to tip it off. And we are just about underway. And here we go. It is game time here in Armuchee. And Hutton will get the ball first here for the Tigers. And they are already hounding, guarding full court pressure. Womack off the Bell. Bell looking off the Womack. Womack shot fake, gives it to Hutton. Hutton looking inside, off the Rush in the post. Rush gets inside. Layup is good for Rush. And Darlington is pressing already. As I mentioned earlier, both these teams are going to be able to press each other, but both of these teams are quick. And Patty inside. And it will be a jump ball, and it will be in favor of Trion as Darlington already gained first possession of the game.
And Grayson, we talked about how good this Darlington team is, but they're also good playing together. You've got 5 guys in the starting lineup, all of them seniors.
And Cornett looking. He's dribbling. He's looking for a look. Gives it off to Hinton. Hinton gives it back to Cornett. Cornett dribbles at the top of the key. Cross jab behind the back. Gives it off. Gives it off to Hinton. Hinton step back 3. Bang! Oh my goodness, what a shot. Step back 3. Oh my goodness. D-Man Floyd with the ball, gives it off to Bell. Bell to Rush. Rush shoots the 3. It's good. And these two teams are going at each other 3-5 in the first minute, and they are running their full court press early. Gives it off to Cornett. Cornett spin move, and he takes it inside, and it's good. These two teams are not at 5-5. We are off in a fast start.
Hinton with all 5 for Trion. McKay Rush with all 5 for Darlington.
It's a back and forth battle as Womack dribbles the ball up the floor over to Bell. Bell to Womack. Womack's three, no good. Patty with the rebound. Patty dribbling the ball up the floor, crossover. You do not want to leave this Trion team open. Shot fake, and Womack steals it. And Demarion Floyd, you do not want to see him in transition. Layup, no good. Rare miss there from Demarion Floyd. And Cornett is pushing the ball up the floor. And Patty with the ball, layup, no good. Rush down with the rebound. And he's able to steal it away, but that will be out on Darlington. And trying to regain possession. This crowd is already getting into it. It's getting feisty already.
Oh, we've had a thunderous start to this game. It's been exciting through the first 2 minutes and 12 seconds. We're in store for a special night.
We are in store for a very, very special night. Cornett dribbling the ball, waiting for the screen. Hesitation. Gives it to Patty. Patty dribble inside. And it's good from Mason. And Trion has the lead, 7-5. D-Man taking the ball off the floor, guarded by Cornett. Josh Cornett, that is. Dribble drive off to Womack. Contested three, and he will be fouled by Austin Cornett. And Womack will go to the line to shoot 3 shots. He is able to draw those fouls, as we saw him a few times, especially in that Armuchee game that I saw. He was able to draw some fouls from the three-point line. He makes the first as a wait on the second and the third shot. It will actually be 3 shots as Trion, a little miscue. They thought it was 2 shots, but it was actually 3.
Well, that last one knotted it up. We're at 7 apiece, Grayson.
Womack makes it. And Darlington is back to their press. Austin Cornett here taking the ball. Hesitation. He is quick. And that'll be an early foul on Womack. As Patty looks to take the ball in here for the Trion Bulldogs. And Austin Cornett will take the ball up the floor here for the Bulldogs. He is fast and he is ready to get this offense moving. Hinton with the ball. Gives it up to Cornett. Cornett half spin. Dribbling around defenders. Patty with the ball in the corner. Dribble drive. Spin move. And it's good for Patty right at Hutton. And Rush will take the ball off the floor. Back to Demarion Floyd. Crossover. He is quick. And Demarion Floyd, he misses again, but he gets his own rebound. But it will be out on Darlington as Trion will regain possession. And coming in for Darlington, it will be Will Land and Brent Bell. And Will Land is a very spectacular. He brings a lot of energy here for this Darlington team. And everybody knows the reputation and the success that this Darlington team has had the last couple of years, but Trion is here to play. They're going toe-to-toe every step of the way so far. And Cornett grabs his own rebound. Back to Hinton. Floater is good. And Trion leads by 3. And this has been a very fast-paced game here as Rush takes the ball down the floor. Bell over to Floyd. Floyd hesitation. No call there. And Hutton almost dunks it back in, but he tips it in. And Austin Cornett dribbling the ball up here for the Trion Bulldogs. Guarded by Will Land. Full court pressure. Ghost screen there for Mason as Patty has the ball crossover, and they will call a carry on him. And substituting here for Darlington, it'll be Trustin Mercer, Bell, and Womack will substitute back in the game here for the Tigers.
And Grayson, one of the things about this Darlington team, you talked about this a little bit in the pregame, is they've got 10 guys on the roster, so it's not a really big roster, but every single one of these guys can give you good minutes and can play. There's not much drop-off when they go to the bench.
They don't have a lot of, as they call, bench warmers here for this team. They all get their good looks in. And Will takes it inside, kicks it back out, almost turned over, but Mercer gets the ball back. Off to Brent Bell, his 3, no good.
Ooh.
And it's already feisty. A lot of fight for the ball, and Will Land is called for the foul there. That'll be his first, and Trion will tip the ball in underneath to Darlington's baseline.
We felt like it was going to be a physical game, and it has been for the first 5 minutes plus.
These teams are going after each other. These are the only two teams in the region who have been able to really compete with each other. And they will dribble inside. Austin Cornett, floater, and it's good.
He's not a big guy, but he packs a punch, doesn't he?
He sure does pack a punch, and he is crucial for them right now. Womack dribble drive, they immediately crash him. Jack Bell, shot fake, dribbles in, left hook, and it's good. He's incredible with that left hand. Off to Austin Cornett, he dribbles inside. And he is called for a travel there. And Darlington will have the ball. And it is a 1-point game here for Trion. This is exactly what I expected coming into this game.
Oh, definitely, and a crucial turnover there for Trion as they lead it by 1. You give the ball back to Darlington. You don't want to let this team get some momentum and get out in front of you.
As soon as they get a momentum, they don't stop. And Womack gives the ball to Bell. Bell handoff to Mercer. Can't find anybody trying to look for the backdoor cut. Is unable to get it there. Brent Bell to Jack Bell. Jack takes it inside, almost traveled there, but Will Land gets the ball. No good, it was tipped. But then Mason will get the ball.
And look at both teams getting after the loose balls, Grayson. They're getting after it.
This is a very fast-paced game. It seems like the quarter just started a minute ago. And that three is off from Cornett, Josh Cornett that is. And Mercer will have the ball off the floor here for Darlington. Bell dribbling out of the corner. Mercer will dribble inside, and it is stripped away there from Hitton. And they're off at the rakes, and Will Land chips it out of bounds there for the Darlington Tigers, but Trion will regain possession. And we have some substitutions coming in here for Darlington. Looks like it'll be Hutton, Hall, and Floyd. But there'll be a timeout here from Trion, and we will be back here in 30 seconds.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in this amazing, fast-paced Region 7A-D1 Boys Basketball Championship. A lot on the line here. 1 seed for whoever wins, 2 seed. They will get to be able to host first round, but they don't have their own fate unless they play a 3 or a 4 seed later on in the state tournament.
I got to tell you, Grace, I'm in heaven right now. I'm getting 2 of my favorite things. Championship basketball and Van Halen. It doesn't get much better than that.
It does not get much better than that. They've done an amazing job here with this game. Of course, you know, you said earlier, I would love to go to Virginia Tech to see Inner Sandman. They were playing that earlier. And of course, they were playing swag surfing, which is a favorite in terms of sports and getting the crowd into it. And wide open is Josh Cornett. Lob, and it is good. Hall taking the ball up the floor here for the Tigers. He is at the Tribe. Gives it off the D-man. Hall back, dribble drive. Gives it to Bell. Gives it to Rush. Marion Floyd looking inside, gives it inside. Hutton, half spin, gets inside, shot fake, and it is stripped by Josh Cornett. However, Hutton will be going to the line for 2 shots.
This will be his first 2. You've seen already Joe Womack going to the line for Darlington. He knocked down 3 in a row. Let's see what Hutton can do here with his first trip to the charity stripe.
He can do almost everything here for this Darlington team.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
it sits right on top of the rim. How often do you see that?
I haven't seen that ever since Draymond Green did that here in a game, and there's a leaping ability from him.
You know, you see a few games tonight, you're probably going to see one wedge between the backboard and the rim, but just to sit right on top of the back of the rim like that, you don't, like you said, you don't see that much.
No, that's funny though, but he misses both. And Cornett will take the ball. Josh Cornett will take the ball up the floor for Trion, and he gives the ball to Hitton, guarded by Hutton. And he goes aside between the legs. Step back and floater, no good, but he almost gets a rebound but Floyd comes back down with it. Hall, they're pushing the ball up the floor quick, and he almost gets stripped. Gives the ball to Floyd. Pass fake, spin move, and you're at his mercy as soon as you get down there. But he misses it. And they're trapping him immediately as Austin Cornett will take the ball up the floor here for the Trion Bulldogs. Crossover, Hinton, gives it off to Mason. Mason, back to Cornett. Cornett's three, and it's good. Splash there from Josh Cornett, and that lead is up to 6.
This is not a position the Darlington Tigers are used to being in. It'll be interesting to see how they respond.
They were used to it against Model here in the Christmas tournament. They were down almost double digits at halftime, except for that buzzer beater there by Demarion Floyd to end the half. And they're taking the ball up the floor fast. Mason, pump fake, 8-point lead here for Trion. They haven't been in this situation in the first quarter against a region opponent this year or even last year. The last time they've probably been in this situation was when they were in the region with the Walker School, North Cobb Christian Heritage, who they played earlier in the season. Bent Brell's three in and out. And Trion goes into the second quarter with an 8-point lead. Wow. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we will be back here for the second quarter. Thank you for tuning in to Northwest Georgia Media.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Matt, we are back here in the second quarter for this Region 7A-D1 basketball game and their basketball championship, I might add. And Darlington, they're down 8 points. This is something that I really did not see coming. Even if I expected a really good game, I did not see Trion coming out to an 8-point lead and really getting the Darlington Tigers out of their style of play. Bell for three, it's good, and that's how they respond. A splash three from Bell, and Austin Cornett will take the ball up the floor. Hesitation, Joe's off a screen. Hesitation again. And Rush got away with a foul there. Fake from Mason, dribbles inside. And that'll be a travel against Mason.
So now a good opportunity here for Darlington. They just got a bucket on the other end on the splash three that you mentioned from Bell. On the other side, Trion turns it over. So now Darlington has an opportunity here to try to build some momentum, and they're only down by 5.
Womack will take the ball up the floor, gives it to Jack Bell. Brent Bell looking for McKay Rush, but was unable to get it there. Rush in the post, drop step, it's no good. Good defense there from Grayson Patty. And Hinton taking the ball up the floor here for the Bulldogs. Gives Demarion Floyd a jump, no good. He will sprint down the floor here for this Tiger offense. Almost stolen away by Cornett, crossover, and he gets there. As soon as he gets right there, there's really nothing you can do. Demarion Floyd gets the layup. Patty gives it off to Cornett in the corner. Back to Patty. Patty dribbling around, and he is almost stripped, except it is tipped, and Darlington will call timeout. And Darlington has shortened this lead to 3 points after coming out of the quarter, being held to 12 points, being down by 8 points.
Yeah, unbelievable start here to the second quarter, and that's what you see when you've got the senior-laden team that you have in the experience for this Darlington team. They get in this situation, even though throughout region play, you didn't see that happen very often, if at all. They don't panic. They just keep playing defense at a high level. You had the turnover that you had from Trion there right after Darlington had hit the three-point shot. They go down and get another bucket. They've got the first 5 points on a 5-0 run to start the second quarter and got it within 3.
We kind of saw the same situation last year in the Chattooga game where they had to fight back just a little bit from a little comeback there from the Indians. But for right now, Womack will take the ball up the floor here for the Tigers, being guarded by Austin Cornett. Floyd will take the ball, gives it off to Brent Bell. Looking for Floyd, hand off to Floyd. Crossover, step back, almost got fouled there. And Mercer will get the rebound. Off to Womack, shot fake, step back. Floyd gives it to Bell. Dribble drive off to Womack. And he is stripped by Cornett. What a great reaction play there from Cornett. He is feisty. And he'll be guarded by Bell here at the top of the key. And almost a big loss there for the Trion Bulldogs. And what a layup there for Hinton. Extendo lay, as they call it sometimes. And Floyd gives it off to Bell.
Hinton leads all scorers with 9.
And that'll be a foul against Cornett, but that will be on the floor. And they'll have their ball underneath their own basket. Gives it off to Bell off the inbound pass. Hand off to Womack. Womack to Jack Bell. His three, good.
Yeah, you can really feel like the shooters from Darlington getting heated up here in the second quarter. They trail by 2.
Trion still maintains the lead. Let's see if they can keep it up. Hesitation behind the back, drive. Gives it off to Cornett. Cornett, reverse layup is good. And Trion is playing really good right now. As I said, if they can keep this up, they might pull off a very, very big upset and win the region championship. And almost a missed call there, and they finally call it there on Hinton, and Bell, Jack Bell that is, will go to the line here to shoot 2.
This is Bell's first trip to the stripe. He's already got 5 points in the game, had a field goal in the first quarter, knocked down a 3 to get things going here for the Tigers here in this second quarter. It's a 4-point ball game.
And he makes the first. And we'll have a few substitutes in here for Darlington. Looks like it'll be Land and Hall substituting back in here for the Tigers. They have a lot of depth.
And you got McKay Rush in the game.
And on the way from Jack Bell, let's see if he can make the second and push us back to a 2-point lead. I didn't jinx him this time, unlike the girls' game. And Austin Cornett will have the ball, guarded by Will Land, full court. Body-to-body contact, they're letting them play. Hesitation, and it's good from Austin Cornett. They're getting a lot of tough buckets inside. And Jack Bell has the ball. Somebody got away with one there, and Bell will score the bucket. And Josh Cornett will take the ball here up the timeline here for the Bulldogs. Off to Austin Cornett, shot fake. He almost loses the ball. And it's just off the line there for Cornett. And Bell will have the ball, almost got away with the travel there, stumbled his feet just a little bit. Dribble drive from Rush. Off to Hall, Hall shot fake. Hesitation goes right into Patty. Misses it, but gets his own rebound. And he'll get fouled, and it'll be an and-one opportunity here for Darlington. They have an opportunity to take the lead here.
Great job by DJ Hall. Missed that first shot, stayed with it, got his own rebound, put it up, drew the contact, and now he's got an opportunity for the three-point play. And guess what? If he gets this, Darlington has the lead.
Which I don't think they've had the lead all game, except for the 2-point mark. They led 2-0 at the start of the game, and Trion did not look back since then.
Ooh.
And that's interesting. They called a travel there on Josh Cornett on the inbound, and it will be Darlington ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, an untimely turnover. They're never timely, but in this case, you have Darlington getting their first lead since the beginning of the game, as you mentioned. And now they got possession, a little bit of momentum opportunity here.
And Bell Jones baseline. He is lethal as soon as he gets there. Hall for 3, no good. almost at the top of the backboard there. And Hinton has the ball. Gives it off to Cornett. Cornett gives the ball to Austin Cornett. Guarded by Hall. Gives it to Hinton. Hinton thought about it. Unable to get it. Patty's dribbling the ball. Spin move. Gives off to Austin Cornett. Screen by Mason. And a foul there from Hall. Too much contact. And Austin Cornett will go to the line to shoot 2.
This is Cornett's first trip to the stripe here in the basketball game. As a matter of fact, this is the first time Trion's been to the line in the game.
And Darlington has been to the line a few times throughout the game, which has been crucial in them keeping themselves in this game. And Trion has been able to capitalize off Darlington turnovers as Austin Cornett makes the first. And they have also really been able to make these tough shots down low, especially Austin Cornett, and Josh Cornett, along with Caden Hinton, who has made a lot of tough buckets, and they almost get the offensive board. And they are diving already, and that will be out on Jack Bell as he slides out of bounds, but the ball touches him as soon as he goes out of bounds. Untimely turnover there for Darlington. It's quite unfortunate as Austin Cornett will have the ball guarded by Will Land. Will Land has done an amazing job guarding him full court, one-on-one. And Patty will have the ball. Off to Josh Cornett. Thinks about it behind the back, waiting on the screen, crossover. Gives off to Hinton. Hinton floater, in and out, but Patty gets the rebound. And they almost get the rebound again. Another offensive rebound. And Cornett got away with a bump there. And that'll be a foul on Austin Cornett. Tried to reach for the ball, but got a little too rough. And substituting in here for Darlington will be Hutton. Gives them some size down low, along with Brent Bell, and also substituting in for Darlington, Demarion Floyd.
Well, Darlington being challenged here. They come into this game riding a 13-game win streak, and right now we're tied at 27 apiece with 2:48 left, second quarter.
Yeah, as I said, really their only losses are to 2A, Eagles Landing Christian, and also those out-of-state losses whenever they played in their own Christmas tournament in Florida.
Yeah, the last loss they took was on January 2nd against Fort Payne, and that was a 4-point loss against a team that's 25-4 right now. Really good team over there in Alabama.
And they are one of the top teams in 7A in Alabama basketball. That is a very hard bracket to win in. And Demarion Floyd, easy. That's a gimme right there for Demarion Floyd. And Austin Cornett will take the ball up here for his Bulldogs. Hesitation crossover, and he loses the ball. Mercer taking up the floor for the Tigers. Rush wide open. He misses it, but Bell gets the rebound, and he is challenged. Oh my goodness! What a putback from Grant Hutton. Oh my goodness.
The two-hand flush, it doesn't get any higher percentage than that. That one was going down no matter what.
My gosh, he got up there. What a slam. We've seen that all year from him. That's a high-flying play. We see it a lot in the NBA, but in high school, unless you're one of the top-ranked teams in the nation, you don't really see a lot of those kind of plays coming from, especially region play, especially here in Rome. You don't see a lot of that.
And right now, Darlington Grayson is up by 4 points, 31-27, and with the flush there, they took their biggest lead of the game with quite an exclamation point, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that is a momentum shifter right there. That is a big momentum shifter. If you want to get the crowd back into it, if you want to get your team back into it, to get the energy going, that is a very, very big play in order to try and get your team back into it. And right now, Trion will try to overcome this 4-point deficit as Patty will feed the ball into Austin Cornett. Cornett taking the ball past the center court line. Fake handoff. Gives it off to Josh Cornett. Waiting on the screen. Three-pointer on the way. Oh my gosh.
That one rattles in.
You bet. Josh Cornett with a three-pointer. He's hit a few of those this game. Mercer dribbling aside, gives it off the Rush. And that will be a blocking foul against Austin Cornett. That will be his third foul, and Rush will go to the line to get one more, and that will bring the lead back to 4. Here for Darlington if he can convert this. Darlington is really, after scoring 12 in the first quarter, they have come back and they have scored 21 points since the start of it, and they have a 4-point lead now. And they are back to that full court press that is lethal and has been for them all season.
McKay Rush getting going. He's got 8 points after converting that 3-point play.
Cornett has the ball, gives it off to Patty. Looking for the handoff, unable to get it. Handoff to Austin Cornett. Almost got away with a double dribble there. He's off to Mason. 3-pointer, no good, but Patty with the rebound. And that bucket is good there from Patty, and that shortens the lead to 2.
Really nifty move there by Grayson Patty, and I got to tell you, Trion just keeps punching back.
And that will be out on Darlington, and Trion will get the ball.
Every time, Grayson, it feels like Darlington's starting to get some momentum, create some separation. You have Trion come up with a big bucket and keep it, a close contest.
They're able to hit these tough baskets left and right. And here with less than a minute left, they're only down by 2. And hit and shoots a step back 3, high, Archer. And Patty for 3, no good. And they almost get 3 offensive rebounds in that play, but Rush is able to come down with it. Bell, shot fake, dribbles baseline, unable to get it, and that'll be a turnover for Darlington Tigers. Cornett, and he is stripped, and that'll be out on Darlington, and Trion will regain possession.
And Grayson, I know you've noticed this, but when Caden Hinton launches those high-arcing 3-point shots, I mean, when you say that, we're talking about, it looks like it's going to hit the rafters. He's throwing that thing so high.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to hit one of those lights out or make it on one of those goals that's hanging up. Cornett dribble inside. Floyd almost got away with one there, and with less than 20 seconds to go, Darlington has the ball. Rush off to Floyd. Floyd dribbles it at the spear here at the right sideline here for the Tigers. Waiting for the play to develop. Pull up 3, no good. And that will be a foul on Darlington as Floyd will trip him up. And Darlington, this has been a very cleanly played game so far. No team has really been able, unlike we saw there in the girls' game, where there were a lot of fouls. And can we get a buzzer beater here? It is blocked away by Floyd. And here at the break, Trion is losing by 2 points to Darlington. Darlington 34, Trion 32.
All right, man, you want to take our first break at halftime, come back, run down the scoring when we come back?
Yes, sir, but before we do that, I would like to take the opportunity to thank some of the sponsors. We couldn't have this live stream without some of these sponsors, as this championship is being produced by Mathis Trailer Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. We cannot do it without those folks over there sponsoring Northwest Georgia Media. And for the crew, mid-court cameras, we have Zane Nicholson and Caleb Bice. Sideline cameras, Alyssa Laney and Jesse Vitello. Director Mike Garrett. Replay, the guru, the man himself, Nathan Patterson. And commentary, Matt Davis and Grayson Atkins. We will be right back at the studio at the 5-minute mark at halftime, and we will run down some of the scoring. Thank you for tuning in to Northwest Georgia Media.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable.
You've got the graphics at a high level, ESPN style, scoreboard angles, instant replay, anything you would expect to see on a regular broadcast, we're getting in a high school ball game.
They're set up, you wouldn't even know that they're even in the building. You just trust that they're getting the job done.
Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
Access allows me to do what I've always dreamed of, and that is helping people.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vac the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Gentlemen, welcome back here at Armuchee for the 7A-D1 Region Tournament Championship, and we're going to go off the mark here for just a second. Matt, Syracuse just upset number 7 UNC.
Well, I have family from North Carolina. My wife is from Charlotte, and you know who the last team that upset UNC was?
Them Yellow Jackets.
Them Yellow Jackets, and I was there at the game with my wife, and total of 7 North Carolina fans, and me, the only one in our group that had on a Georgia Tech shirt, and I was the only one smiling at the end of the game. I hated it for them, but boy, it was epic to see that upset. Now Syracuse has done it. You know who Georgia Tech has coming up this weekend?
Duke.
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yep, they play them this weekend down at McCamish Pavilion.
I don't know why I thought Duke, especially we got somebody sitting beside us who's a UNC fan.
That's right. He was very disappointed that day, and it's kind of interesting. Alex Fair from the newspaper, you can see him there on the screen. He's a Georgia Tech football fan, but he's a North Carolina basketball fan. So we need to probably interview him, ask him how that came about. I'm kind of curious to know. It's kind of an interesting setup there.
And the funny thing is that as I'm looking, this is Syracuse's first top 10 win since 2019, and they shot 63% from the field. The last time I saw this was in the Kansas-Houston game before Duke played UNC, and I believe Kansas shot 78% in that win.
Wow, unbelievable. Well, man, we got a tight one here. Darlington's up 34-32 over Trion at halftime. Is this what you were expecting from this game, Grayson?
I sure was expecting this. I know some people may say that they were expecting this to be like a regular region game where Darlington runs away with it quick, but Trion has made it hard for them this season. They have made it ridiculously hard. They have held them to their lowest scoring games in the region play since last year against Chattooga, and even when they played teams that they blew out by over 40, they may have dropped 60, but that was when they played a lot of their dudes that don't get a lot of playing time, really see minutes here in the fourth quarter here and there. But I sure did expect this. I was expecting a good one, especially because of how close they have played the past 2 times. I was expecting more of, maybe a slow-paced game in a way, trying to get the ball moved down the floor, trying to calm down just a little bit, get both teams to set the pace. But it's been almost the exact opposite in terms of pace that I expected. I mean, they're getting the ball up the floor, they're getting early shots, and they're getting tough shots to go. And especially in those wins, or in those losses, might I say, when Trion played Darlington, they have shot a lot of three-pointers. And right now, the story of the game is besides Caden Hinton and Josh Cornett, they have not been hitting a lot of threes. Instead, it's been a lot of inside game going for them.
Yeah, each team has made 3 threes there in that first half. Darlington's been able to get to the free throw line a good bit more than Trion, so that is one of the differences in the ball game, as Darlington's made 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, on the other side, Trion has only been to the line once, where they made 1 of 2 on that trip. That would have been Austin Cornett. And this is how the scoring breaks down in the game. You would have Trion. It's really been kind of a tale of 2 quarters. Trion came out strong. They outscored Darlington 20-12 after the first quarter, but then Darlington started to heat up there in that second quarter, outscored Trion 22-12, so you have a difference right now, 34-32 your score here at halftime. Here's how the scoring breaks down individually. Let's start with Trion. 8 points for Josh Cornett, 7 points for Austin Cornett, 9 for Caden Hinton, 4 for Jace Mason, and 4 chipped in from Grayson Patty. Then on the other side for the Darlington Tigers, 4 apiece for Demarion Floyd and Grant Hutton. Both of the 2 buckets for Demarion Floyd came in that second quarter. Keep an eye on that. He was a little bit cold early on, started getting inside and get some good looks there late there in that half. 3 points for Joseph Womack, 3 points for DJ Hall, and the 2 leading scorers for the Darlington Tigers with 8 is McKay Rush, and then Jack Bell has 9 points, and that's how the scoring breaks down from the first half.
They've been able to get a lot of and-one opportunities. Darlington has. McKay Rush had one earlier, a little bit of a left-hand layup, a little bit of a left-hand hook, a little bit, had to extend it out just a little bit, and he was able to get it to go. And then the same quarter, DJ Hall was able to get a defender to fall on a shot fake, and then was able to make the layup. And that gave them their first lead of the game. I believe it was 26-27. That was their first lead since that 2-0 start at the beginning of the game. And then Trion came back down the floor and made a three-pointer. And Trion is not shooting around right now. Well, Darlington has been out here since we started coming out and talking, especially about the UNC upset. Darlington's ready to get back into this game, and they're ready to take this thing over and try to bring home a consecutive region championship.
And we'll see what happens. We've got a whole half to go, and a 2-point ball game that's anybody's ball game. And boy, if you think this place was electric in the first half, a 2-point ball game going into the second half of a region championship, this place is going to be really, really hard, high energy coming up in the second half. Can't wait.
I mean, I still see a few posters here in the Trion crowd. They definitely came out ready to play this game, and they came out ready to cheer on their fans. Because as I said, they really want this region championship. Their girls want it. I guarantee you they want it for their boys, because they want to host this. They want to host 2 rounds, but also to be able to crown that 1 seed and get to be able to pull off an upset against this Darlington team who has won, to this point, over 28 region games.
Well, here we go, man. It's time to start the second half.
And we are back. We are back up and running. As the rest get ready for the music to stop playing, and Patty will give it into Cornett. Also Cornett being guarded by Joe Womack. Waiting on the screen, gives it off to Hinton. Pump fake, Joe's inside, Euro step, no good. And Demarion Floyd comes down with the rebound. Floyd off to Womack. Womack to Rush back to Floyd. Womack on the top of the floor. Off to Floyd, over to Jack Bell at the Armuchee logo. Womack looking inside, is able to feed it inside. Post move, post hook, no good for Hutton. And he has missed a few easy opportunities here in this game. As Mason 3 is no good, and Womack comes down to rebound. And Floyd will take the ball off the floor here for the Tigers. And kicks off to Jack Bell. Jack Bell 3, bang! He nailed it. And that extends their lead to 5 here at the end of the game. Not the end of the game, the start of the third quarter.
With that made 3, Jack Bell leads all scorers with 12 points.
I believe they're all 3-pointers, aren't they?
No. He's had 2 threes He's made a couple other field goals and knocked down a couple of free throws.
Austin Cornett will be at the line, coincidentally enough. He is the only player that's gone to the free throw line for this Trion Bulldogs team. He has made both of them. Waiting on the first, he dribbles it, getting into his routine. And he makes the first of two. And that cuts that to a 4-point lead. And this game has gone by very fast. Both teams have scored a decent amount of times coming in here. And Cornett misses the second, and Hutton comes out with the rebound. Hutton gives it back up to Floyd, who carries it across the center line here at the Armuchee logo, gives it off to Womack. Womack waiting on the play to develop, gives it off to Bell. Womack shot fake. Hutton gives it off the rush down low. Shot fake by Bell, gives it off to Floyd. Off to Womack, his three, no good, but Hutton with the rebound. He tries to take it back up. And that will be a foul on Grayson Patty. That will be, I believe, his first.
You are correct, sir.
And now it passes off the rush. His three, good. Bingo. And he sticks it home, and that lead is back up to 7. Darlington coming out hot. Already 2 3-pointers here at the start of the third quarter. Austin Cornett gives it back to Patty. Patty's 3-pointer, good. He cashes it in from the right wing, and that lead is down to 4. As you mentioned earlier, every time Darlington shoots it and makes it, Trion has an answer. Womack gives off to Hutton. Hutton gives it off to Floyd. Floyd jab step baseline, and that's a gimme for him. That's always been easy pickings whenever it gets Demarion Floyd down to the baseline drives. And Austin Cornett, screen from Mason. And Mason shot fake, spin move, posted up against Womack. And almost got away with one there.
Partial block by Joe Womack.
And Jack Bell dribbled up the timeline, hand off to Floyd. Mid-range pull up for Floyd, unable to get it. And that will be a foul on Womack. And Trion will regain possession. They're holding a 6-point deficit here to Darlington.
You mentioned the 2 threes that you have from Jack Bell and McKay Rush. One of the other trends we're starting to see, Grayson, is you saw a couple of buckets for Demarion Floyd in the second quarter. Now one early here in the third quarter. He's starting to heat up. Early on in the game, he was getting to the rim but couldn't get the buckets, and he's starting to get them now.
And Cornett is unable to get it to go as McKay Rush will come up with a rebound. That was a tough shot. Cornett was unable to get it to go. Bell off to Hutton. Bell looking around, waiting for the play to develop, gives it off to Womack. They've kind of slowed down their offense here just a little bit compared to the first half. Hutton hand off to Floyd. Marion Floyd drives, reverse layup, and that's good for him. He is starting to really get going. He is showing why he is the 2-time reigning player of the year in this region. Patty for 3, no good. But he's able to get the rebound, offensive rebound there for Hinton. And they regain possession. Looks like we have some substitutions here for both teams. For Darlington, Brent Bell will be substituting in. And for Trion, number 12, Chase Mason will get the ball up. And Patty will give it off. Easy layup. Nice cut there from him. And McKay Rush will take the ball. Left hand hesitation. And it's stolen away. And Patty, left hand layup, no good. And Brent Bell will have the rebound.
Yeah, good box out by Brent Bell.
McKay Rush hesitation, and it's stripped away. They've been able to get a few baseline strips as soon as they're going up. Patty gives it off to Mason. That will be a foul. And he will go to the line to shoot 2, and that foul will be on number 21, McKay Rush.
And Darlington now to a 6-point lead, up 44-38. What you looking for?
And he will be at the line shooting 2. Number 15, I unfortunately do not have him on my roster.
Let me do a little checking for us. Hang on.
And he makes the first. Looks like we have a few substitutions here for Darlington, and it'll be Mercer, Land, and Hutton substituting back into the game here for Darlington. We'll wait on Mason to get one more here at the line.
All right, number 15 is Conley Harris.
I looked at the scoreboard or the scorekeeping, and I could unfortunately not find him on there, but we'll get back to the game.
We got the assist from Alex Fair, the sports editor of the Roan News Tribune. When in doubt, talk to Alex.
When in doubt, call Alex. And Mercer 4-3. He has been big for them this year. He can get a lot of those wide open three-pointers and hit them. And Austin Cornett will take the ball off the floor here for Trion.
And thanks to the inside drives and the three-point shooting from Darlington, they're starting to create a little separation here.
And Darlington tips out of bounds and will go back to Trion. And Trion has ran a six-man rotation this game. They haven't been able to keep a lot of guys off the floor. With Darlington, that could be the difference maker. And my goodness, Josh Cornett. Yes, sir, he connects on that three.
And we both talked about it, Grayson. Every time Darlington starts to build a decent lead.
Marion Floyd big and strong. However, that would be a foul on Floyd. And things are getting a little chippy here. That was very much a disagreement with that call. As DJ Hall will substitute back in for Darlington. And Austin Cornett will take the ball up the floor here for Trion. Spin move. He's able to weave through defenders a whole lot. It's almost converts the and one on Will Lamb, but instead he will go to the line to shoot two. A lot in this half. And things are starting, after that foul call onto Marion Floyd, that charge, things are starting to get really chippy. Both these crowds are finally starting to come alive. And we see a little bit this student section here from Trion up on the home side here on the Armuchee Gymnasium. As Austin Cornett will be here, shoot one more, he nails both of them. And that'll be a timeout call by Trion. We will take a 30-second break and we will be right back. Thank you for tuning in, Northwest Georgia Media. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Armuchee High School for the Region 7A-D1 Championship. And after facing a 7-point deficit just a moment ago, Trion with a three-pointer by Josh Cornett and a couple of free throws there by Austin Cornett, they were able to cut it to just two, Matt.
Well, I want to tip my cap to you, Grayson. Grayson is having the opportunity tonight to call his first region championship game. And I got to say, young man, you're handling it like a seasoned veteran. Doing a great job tonight. I'm enjoying getting to listen to your call.
Thank you, man. It means a lot, especially because I have not done this in over a year. As Will Land gives it off to the top of the elbow. And he got away with travel there. As Mercer will get the offensive rebound. Spin move. He gives off the Hall. Jab step. Off to Brent Bell. Brent Bell's three, no good off the front of the rim, but Hall's there for the rebound. And bodies flying everywhere. Will Land shot fake. And that will be a foul on Conley Harris. As Darlington will inbound the ball from underneath their own basket. And they're looking for the lob for Hutton, but unable to get it there. And a miscommunication there for Darlington. And Harris misses the layup. And that'll be a foul on Mason. Darlington will go the other way with it. And Womack will substitute here for Darlington. That was almost a disastrous play there for Darlington a second ago. almost lost the ball, and Trion almost made them pay for that missed layup, or that turnover, I might add. Hutt dribbling, gives it off to Hall. Hall to Bell. Bell back to Hutton. Ooh. Tries to find the backdoor pass, unable to get it there. As Josh Cornett takes the ball off the floor here for Trion. Back to Austin. Fake handoff, almost getting trapped. Takes in a side spin move. He goes right at Womack, unable to get it. And Hutton will take the ball up the floor while grabbing the rebound here for Darlington. And Womack gets the ball, shot fake. And Hall dribble drive inside. And another turnover. A lot of miscues here for Trion. And Patty dribbles the ball up the floor here for Trion as Josh Cornett has the ball. And he has the hot hand. They're going to try to get him as many opportunities as possible to get a three-pointer in. Grayson Patty, 4-3. Misses everything. And Darlington will take the ball down to their timeline. And a few substitutions here for Darlington and Trion. Floyd, Rush, and Bell substituting in here for Darlington. For Trion, and he gives off to Floyd. Floyd hand off to Bell. Bell drive, almost got away with him there, but it'll be a foul, and it will be on Harris. And the crowd is letting the refs hear it.
You're getting the Boo Birds over on the blue side of things for the Trion fans and the Darlington fans behind us. They're pretty happy about the calls you can hear.
Yeah, they are very happy about that as Bell makes the first. This has been, I expected it to be chippy, but so far it's been decently moderate, but that foul by Floyd really got the crowd back into this game as Bell makes both. And Josh Cornett will take the ball up here for the Trion Bulldogs, trying to overcome this 4-point deficit. Hinton will get the ball back here for Trion, guarded by Womack. Looking at the shot clock here is Josh Cornett. Gives off to Mason. Cornett pull up three, no good. And Rush comes down with the rebound. Pass to Rush. Bell, might I assume. And then Rush gives it back to Demarion Floyd, trying to set up the offense here for Darlington.
Darlington looks like they want the last shot here of the third quarter.
They might get it. They're playing very slow paced. And McKay Rush is so good down there, and it's blocked away by Harris, who, even if he would have made that, it would have been after the buzzer. At the end of the third quarter, heading into the final quarter of play here in this region championship, Trion 45, Darlington 49. We will be back here in 30 seconds for the final quarter of play.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the final quarter of play in a much anticipated Region A Division I tournament, 7A might I add, in this boys game. It has been very anticipated the whole season. These teams have been on a collision course to face each other, and Darlington finds himself in a 4-point lead heading into this quarter as Womack almost travels on that, but is able to regain his footing, gives off the Rush. Rush dribbles inside, gives off the Bell. Bell shot fake. And he gets there, but is unable to make it. And Bell gets the rebound, is able to finish it up with the left hand. Austin Cornett will take the ball up here for Trion. Pull up three, bang! Oh my goodness, what a shot from Austin Cornett. Oh my goodness, he just let that fly and it goes in.
And yet again, you see Darlington try to create a little bit of separation, then boom, a big shot from trying to punch back.
And that was heavily contested. That was smothered. He still made it.
He's got a 4-point opportunity here.
Let's see if he can cut it down to a 2-point lead, and he does. That's almost a foul from Brent Bell, knocking over Mason. As Rush gets into Bell, shot fake. They're crowding him. Rush gets the ball back, and he gets it, misses the layup, but guess who's there to get the offensive rebound? And it'll be Brent Bell with the offensive rebound. Jack Bell's at the top of the line. Demarion Floyd. He is stripped by Austin Cornett. Josh Cornett. Pull up three. Bang! They have the lead. Actually, might I say it's tied. It was a 2. But goodness gracious, talk about a shot. We are tied. We're at 51 apiece here, and this crowd is back into it. Almost a steal. It'll be a steal here for Trion, and they will call a timeout, and we will stay right here. Oh my goodness. Talk about a surge here from Trion. This crowd is into it.
They really are. And again, you got to tip your cap to the resolve here of this Trion basketball team, because there's been a couple of moments in this game where you really felt like you'd see Darlington doing what they do, starting to really take control, and every time you feel like it's starting to happen, here comes Trion again with a clutch shot, a clutch turnover, something of that nature, stay in this game. Grayson, I got a feeling this one may go down to the last minute of the game.
This one may even go to overtime, if I'm being honest.
You never know, man. You never know. This is exactly what you want when you've got the 2 best teams in the region locking horns, playing for a region championship. We got us a good one brewing.
And this crowd, I mean, Trion, they have brought their A game. I mean, Trion, they have played their butts off the entire time. They're diving after loose balls, getting those timeouts. This game has been very cleanly played, too. You haven't seen a lot of fouls here, especially. We haven't seen either team really getting the bonus. And Josh Cornett pull up, no good. Jack Bell with the rebound. They're swarming forward.